Hello, everyone. My name is Maddie, and I'm on the TruChoice support team. I'll be walking you through the TruChoice program today. The first portion of the training is a program overview. This section has updates on the 2024 TruChoice offer and deadlines. The remaining portion of the training covers the TruChoice online application. The 2024 TruChoice offer focuses on working with authorized retailers like you to provide growers upfront savings for their crop protection purchases. Together, we're working with you to provide your grower customers with more savings and more choices without the wait for a rebate. Starting on October 2nd, 2023, you will be able to register as a user and deposit prepaid funds. November 15th, 2023, TruChoice goes live for transaction entry. March 1st, 2024 is the prepay savings deadline. September 15th, 2024 is the deadline to deposit prepay funds. September 30th, 2024 is the deadline to transact in TruChoice. And December 1st, 2024 is the payment date when deferred loans are due. The grower will qualify for prepay savings if prepay funds are deposited between October 2nd, 2023 and March 1st, 2024. Retailers can transact on prepay funds between November 15th, 2023 and September 30th, 2024. An important note to keep in mind is to retain upfront prepay savings, the grower must spend a minimum of $5,000 on Corteva crop protection product. You will have your grower sign the grower prepay agreement by logging into corteva.us or send them a DocuSign link directly to their email address. If your grower signed the prepay agreement in the 2023 season, the agreement is considered evergreen and they will not have to sign again for the 24 season. Have your grower directly fund a prepay account with a minimum of $5,000. If the grower funds the minimum by March 1st, 2024, they will earn 10% for prepay with cash or 5% with prepay with TruChoice loan advance from an approved loan. The grower must spend TruChoice prepay funds on qualified crop protection products purchased from an authorized retailer by September 30th, 2024. Select Savings is back. Select Savings are upfront savings when transacted in TruChoice. If the grower purchases outside of the system, the savings will be based on GPOS and the grower will receive Corteva cash in the 2025 market year. In the Northwest geography you see on the slide, Transform insecticide is offered at $6 a pound per acre. In the Southern and Southwest geography, Enlist 1 herbicide has a savings of $2 per acre at 2 pints per acre, and Enlist Duo herbicide has a savings of $2 per acre at 4.75 pints per acre. In addition to prepay and select savings, seed customers have an opportunity to earn up to 15% through upfront prepay savings and the Corteva seed bonus if they meet the seed brand qualifications and directly fund a prepay account with a minimum of $5,000 prepay cash. To earn the additional savings through the seed bonus, the grower needs to pay for their seed brand products by the early pay deadline. The grower should speak to their seed sales rep for the exact deadline date. For any questions about deadline dates and additional details on the Corteva seed bonus, please reach out to your local seed sales rep. In the next section, we'll walk through the online training guide. In today's training, we'll walk through the account registration process, loan application information, the retailer cash collection process, the tabs within TruChoice, and the document section. First, we'll walk through the account registration process. To register as a new retail user in TruChoice, you will go to TruChoiceOnline.com. Please note, Google Chrome is the preferred internet browser for TruChoice Online. Only approved retail locations reporting grower point of sale, ending inventory, and EDI will have access to TruChoice. If you have participated in TruChoice, you will be able to log in using the username from previous years. New users should click on the blue Register as a Retailer button in the top left or bottom right-hand corner of the landing page. Once you hit the Register button, you will need to fill out the registration form on the right with your business information. Keep in mind, based on your job role, you will need to check Admin View or Seller View. The admin view gives access to the prepay calculator, prepay portal, and you can enter or return transactions. Seller view only gives access to the prepay calculator and the prepay portal. Once you register, you will receive an email with a link for you to confirm your registration. Be sure to watch for a second email with a password link. In this next section, we'll walk through the loan application process. Loan applications are accepted from October 1st, 2023, and continue to be accepted up until May 1st, 2024. It is highly recommended that any grower apply for their loan as soon as possible, as the peak processing time is after Thanksgiving. We'll walk you through how to send the electronic loan agreement to your grower. For any credit limit increase requests, you can contact TruChoice support at 1-800-922-2368 or PHI Financial Services support at 1-800-248-4030. For any loan processing questions or status updates, you'll need to contact PHI Financial support. You will send your grower the e-loan agreement from the grower search under the Transactions tab. If the loan agreement status column says not completed for that grower, you can click Send Agreement under the Action column. A pop-up will appear where you can enter the grower's email address and send the agreement. If your grower has signed the loan agreement in the previous year, it will be considered evergreen. However, if they change entity types or the contact person of the business entity passes away, for example, then the loan agreement would need to be re-signed. Keep in mind that if your grower does not have an active email address, please contact support and we will support you in the loan agreement process. And to familiarize you with the loan agreement status definitions, we can touch on those. There's approved, which means the grower's loan is ready to use. Needs agreement, the grower needs to sign the loan agreement to get approved. Withdrawn means the grower's loan has been withdrawn for the season and you'll need to contact PHI Financial Services support for more information. Pending means the grower submitted a loan agreement and is awaiting approval from PHI Financial Services, or they have a balance on their last year loan and they must pay it off before the loan can roll over. Now we are going to go over the cash collection process. Your growers can sign the prepay agreement and deposit funds into their prepay account via Corteva.us. Growers should visit Corteva.us to create an account. For technical questions on how to access or set up an account on the site, they can call Corteva.us at 1-800-858-7686. Please note that your grower must have a business partner ID to set up an account on Corteva.us. If they do not have a BPID, you or the grower will need to contact TruChoice support to get one set up. Corteva.us is for farmers to deposit funds on their behalf only. All retailers depositing funds on behalf of their growers should log into TruChoiceOnline.com. And an important side note here, if your farmer signed the prepay agreement in the 23 season, the agreement is considered evergreen and they will not have to sign again for the 24 season. So for you as the retailer to deposit funds into the grower's account, you will go to the prepay portal in the middle of your dashboard. Click the blue open button. Once you press that, it will take you into the portal. Keep in mind, if the retailer agreement has not been signed, you will be prompted to sign upon accessing the cash collection portal. This agreement is signed electronically via DocuSign. Once you're in the prepay portal, use the search bar to pull up the grower. If you do not have their business partner ID, search by their last name and city. When the results populate below, you will click on their name to select them. Once you select a grower, the prepay farmer agreement will need to be signed if they have not signed it already. This is also completed through DocuSign for security purposes. From here, you will fill in the cash deposit information or credit deposit information and click Submit. Once the deposit is submitted, a confirmation screen will display to verify transaction success. The deposit summary will also be sent to the grower's email entered. The funds will be processed overnight and become available the next business day. Please note you can submit transactions on pending prepaid deposits if you would like. Once the funds are deposited, you can go back to a grower's saved transaction and submit against the funds deposited. But keep in mind, if you submit a transaction on pending prepaid dollars and the deposit is blocked by the farmer's bank, the farmer will be contacted. Next, we will walk through the dashboard. When you log in for the first time, you will be prompted to sign a retail agreement via DocuSign. You must sign this to enter transactions. After the agreement is signed, it will take you directly to the dashboard, which is your home page. It has quick links to other areas in TruChoice and account overview information, and shows year-to-date sales, your top farmers, and top products. The dashboard also displays the TruChoice site message. It's important to check this each time you log into TruChoice. The site message offers relevant upcoming program deadline details or messages regarding maintenance updates to the site. Quick links are up in the right-hand corner. The first one is My Account. This shows your username, personal details, and the business location you are tied to. If any location information changes, you will need to call or email support to update the information. The second quick link is FAQs. This section can offer answers to most questions you might have throughout the season. You will just click the question and it will automatically take you to the answer details. This is a great resource we encourage you to use. The second tab is the Business Locations tab. There are multiple sub-tabs within. The first one is Location Information. On the left-hand side, it shows all your business location information, and on the right, it shows which users have access to the retail location. If someone is listed here but has left the company, you need to call TruChoice support to remove that user. This is not something that can be done in your view. The next sub-tab within Business Locations is Available Products. There are over 100 crop protection products available to transact on within TruChoice. The list here is in alphabetical order, so you can easily scroll through it, but you cannot download this list. The best way to see available products and download a PDF copy is go to truchoice.corteva.us. Keep in mind that there may have been some updates to this list, so please do review it before entering in transactions. This is an evolving list of products that are available to transact on in TruChoice. So if a product is not on the list, it is likely not approved. If you have any questions about why a product is missing, please call TruChoice support. We then come to payment information. The two payment options are check or direct deposit, which is also called ACH. TruChoice will automatically default to check if ACH is not selected. The ACH request form must be completed and submitted via email or fax if selected. The email and fax number are found on the form. A great feature you will see here is that you can enter an email address in the free form field to receive ACH notifications with information regarding your payment. The next sub-tab is Account Ledger. This is a very useful tool. Here you will see all the payments to your location for the current season. You will find the payment date, check number, or N/A, which means an ACH payment, and the total amount of the payment. Over to the left, you will see the payment number, which corresponds to the vendor statement you received from financial services. This will allow you to compare and match up your payments. To the far left, you can click on View Transactions to see the farmers and line items that make up that payment. The search criteria is also helpful when looking through payments. For example, you can enter the business partner ID number, and the search results will show all payments that the grower was in. In the Reports tab, which we'll touch on later, there is a report that will export your account ledger to an Excel file for reconciliation purposes. The next sub-tab is List of Transactions. If you've entered a grower transaction this season, it will appear in this list. This section will show green check marks if payment has been issued to you. This also shows the grower's name and address, as well as a payment status. By clicking on the transaction ID number, you can view a copy of the transaction, print the transaction, or email a summary. This also shows the transaction statuses. We have approved, which indicates that the transaction was fully submitted and will be applied to the grower's account. Credit review indicates that when the transaction was entered, the farmer did not have enough available loan credit to cover the entire transaction amount. No further action is required by you at that time. Then there's open, which indicates that the transaction was never fully submitted and you can still edit it. You need to fully submit the transaction for it to be approved. Also SAP pending. This indicates that the transaction might have a slight difference between TruChoice and financial services. The transaction is pending and currently under review by the TruChoice support team. No further action is required by you currently, but timing can vary for resolution, so please contact the TruChoice support team with any questions. Then we have POS or point of sale, which indicates a grower does not have enough funds through loan, prepay, or Corteva cash to cover the balance of a transaction. POS transactions do not get pushed through when the grower has enough funds available. You must enter a new transaction once the grower has available funds. The next tab is the Transactions tab. On November 15th, you will be able to enter transactions. You will go to your Transactions tab to create and adjust saved transactions. The returns functionality in TruChoice will not be turned on until February 2024. You can view transaction history on this tab and see the total amount of funds available under prepay and available credit. You can also send the grower the e-loan agreement under the action column. If you entered a transaction for a grower in TruChoice the previous year, the farmer customer's name will pre-populate here. If you don't see the grower listed, the best option is to click on Search for Farmer. This will open another screen you see here for you to enter the search criteria. Keep in mind that growers may have multiple business partner IDs, so make sure that the transactions are entered under the correct ID. The best way to search is with the business partner ID number, but if you do not have the farmer's ID, locate the account by entering the grower's last name and city. If your grower exists in TruChoice, you will click on the name of the grower you would like to select. If the grower cannot be located within TruChoice, you can request a business partner ID. There is a BPID form in the Documents tab that you can fill out and email to support. You'll need the grower's legal first and last name, their business name if they have one, their physical address including county, and their mobile number and email address. Support will start the process of creating the business partner ID and notify you once complete. Typical turnaround is 24 to 72 hours. Once you've found your grower and clicked on their name, it will take you to their transaction management. This screen shows the total available funds for the specific grower. You can see the available Corteva cash, available prepay, and available credit. It's important to note that transactions will automatically pull from a grower's Corteva cash funds if available, then the prepay funds, before applying to the grower's available loan credit. Down below, you will find the grower's transactions. Growers can purchase from multiple retailers, but each retail location can only see what a grower has purchased from their location specifically. This is also the juncture you will use to edit any open transactions by simply clicking on the transaction ID number off to the left-hand side. The last thing to take note of on this slide is the Corteva seed bonus. You would see here 5% if they earned the seed bonus or 0% if they did not. To enter a transaction, you will simply click on the Crop Protection Transaction button. Always double check that the grower's name is the correct grower you want to transact for. Once you click the button, you can enter the invoice number, invoice date, and product. When you start typing in the product name, a list will populate below in a dropdown, and you simply click the product name in the dropdown. It is important to note that when entering product, the system will automatically fill the unit of measure. You may need to adjust accordingly. Also, the unit price has a max per product. If the price you need to enter is larger than the max allowed, you must call TruChoice support. After you enter the invoice line item information, you will click Add Item. Once you add all your line items, you can click Save as Incomplete if you are not ready to submit, or Continue if you are ready to move on with the transaction submission process. This is the TruChoice misuse warning. It is an acknowledgement that confirms the transaction is accurate. Simply click Acknowledge. Now it is time to submit the transaction. When the summary screen appears, be sure to review the transaction to ensure all is accurate. If you need to adjust anything, you will click Add More Items to take you back to the transaction entry page, or you can save as incomplete if you need to come back later, or click Submit to finalize the transaction. Once you click Submit, an additional screen will appear where you can print or email a summary of the transaction. Now that finishes up the Transactions tab. Next, we'll move into the Reports tab. Here you will see a list of all the reports available to you. The line item report is most useful because it has every transaction line item you have put into the system. You will be asked to enter dates for a time frame, or it will default to the entire season. You can export the report to an Excel file, and then you can sort the information if needed. You also have the account ledger report, which we spoke about earlier, regarding reconciling payments to your location. And another important one to note is the farmer sales summary, where you can see things such as prepay spent and prepay remaining. The last tab is the Documents tab. Here you will see multiple documents available to you, such as the ACH request form, the quick reference guide, and multiple step-by-step documents to help navigate through TruChoice. Thank you for taking the time to join. If you need any support in any way, please feel free to reach out to the support team by the phone number on this slide or the email on the slide.